There's always going to be guys who fly under the radar no matter what, and we have just one of those players today. RJ Harvey, running back out of UCF. RJ would begin his career at UCF as a quarterback. Wait, quarterback? Yep, you heard correctly. After a very solid high school career, showcasing his running and passing abilities at Edgewater High School out of Florida, he joined the Knights but wouldn't see any action after redshirting his first season. He'd have to wait even longer after tearing his ACL in a preseason practice, which caused him to miss his second year. But RJ would make the life-changing decision to switch to running back before his third year. However, it wouldn't seem that way at first, only recording 3 yards on 3 rushes. He'd finally see consistent action in his fourth season. He'd be the backup to Isaiah Bowser, recording 796 yards and 5 touchdowns. But it'd be the next season where he'd finally become the starter.
Harvey takes the handoff, running the sweep left. A lot of room, RJ Harvey. There he goes! RJ Harvey inside the 20, a foot race, and he is dragged down.
RJ would burst onto the scene once he became the lead back. In his final 2 seasons with the Knights, he'd record 2,993 yards and 38 touchdowns while also being very reliable as a receiver as well. After a turbulent but very solid career at UCF, RJ would declare for the NFL Draft and receive an invite to the NFL Combine.
RJ Harvey from UCF. I had not watched a lot of his tape before this. Man, he is fun to watch.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, he is.
He had 131.4 rushing yards per game this year, 22 touchdowns, production's all there. First thing that jumped out to me, I was like, patient with great feet and burst. I mean, he is an instinctive runner. He can get in and out of gaps. He can make guys miss in tight spaces. And then when he turns it on, he turns it on. But what I love about him is he's 5'9", 208 pounds, and he runs angry.
RJ is what you'd call a quick but heavy back. He constantly shows off his blazing speed and quick acceleration, pairing with his lateral and cutting abilities that allow him to avoid and outrun defenders, especially when trying to beat the edge. But he isn't just quick, he's very strong as well, which is shown off by his great ability to absorb contact and drive through, or even bounce off defenders entirely due to his low pad level that allows him to maximize his yards per run. He shows great vision and patience when approaching the line, allowing blocks to develop to give him open holes, and keeping his eyes peeled for cutback opportunities. He's also proven himself to be a reliable workhorse back, shown by his great stats at UCF while very rarely putting the ball on the ground in over 500 carries. But RJ isn't just a runner, he can provide some impact in the receiving game as well.
Over the middle, caught by Harvey, flag is down, Harvey weaving, has the first down for now. We're going to wait and see about the flag as Harvey's down near the...
He constantly flashes his natural hands and ability to find soft spots in the zone, possibly helped by his time at quarterback in high school, which makes him a reliable 3-down back at the next level. All of these traits combine to make RJ a big play threat, able to make house calls from anywhere on the field. And while he wasn't asked to do it much at UCF, RJ can also provide some value on special teams, which could make him a huge draw for many NFL teams. If you've heard of RJ before, you may have heard that he's considered an older prospect, and sitting at 24 years old, that'd be true. With that being said, he does have a noticeable lack of bell cow RB1 experience. He's only got 2 seasons of RB1 time at the Power 5 level, which raises some questions about his ability to be a feature back against NFL talent. RJ also has the tendency to dance around behind the line, looking for an open hole that isn't there or hesitating, which leads to negative plays in the backfield. And while RJ does have the power to push through college defenders, he lacks the ideal power to push through NFL defenders and could struggle in short yardage situations and could struggle to get away from more refined tacklers at the next level. But possibly the biggest concerns are his frame and pass protection, which I feel go hand in hand. He sits at 5'8", 205 pounds, which raises concerns about his durability to handle a full season of NFL football. This ties heavily to his pass protection, which is described as horrible by some scouts and below average by others. He can struggle to pick up assignments on blitzing linebackers and complex rush designs, which is used quite often in 99% of NFL defensive schemes. I've seen RJ Harvey be completely overlooked in this stacked running back class, and in my opinion, he shouldn't be. He's shown all the talent and production at UCF to prove that he belongs. He's a seemingly polished later round option for a lot of NFL teams, and I genuinely feel that if it were any other draft year, he'd be talked about a lot more. Unfortunately, time just isn't on RJ's side. He'd be a player that I would have said needed to stay another year in college and come out next year, but that just wasn't an option for him with his advanced age and lack of remaining eligibility. But I've become a fan of his. I'd say RJ will go somewhere in the 4th round, with his proven talent being too much to pass on and his weaknesses being mostly fixable. I have a good feeling that any team that picks him up will be very happy with what RJ can provide. But what do you think about RJ? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like RJ or my analysis of him, why not like the video and maybe subscribe for more content just like this.